Hey, uh, you may have noticed the title says part one. That's because if I don't split up our categories a little bit here, one best in beauty video is going to be so long because I have so much makeup to talk about that I kind of feel like I want to do skincare, body care, fragrance in one video, and then the other video that comes out soon will be strictly about makeup, and there's so much makeup to talk about in that video. So I didn't want these to get like lost in the mix because they deserve their shout outs too. They deserve a moment in the spotlight because they are also fantastic. So we've got some skincare to talk about. Skincare is actually the smallest category we've got to talk about. This is mostly going to be like body care, i.e. like shower products, body lotions and potions and all that. And then some fragrances that were real mood boosters for me this year. And we do have honorable mentions as well. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Best in Beauty 2025, Part 1. We are go for skincare. Okay. First and foremost, this Summer Fridays mist, you can see I've already done damage to this one. This will have been like my 4th or 5th bottle. I don't remember for sure how many bottles of this I've been through at this point. I think the first time I tried it was actually in winter of last year, or right at the end of last year. And obviously I enjoy it. I've been through a lot of them. It's just a really nice, hydrating face mist. It's kind of one of those face mists. It's not like a lightweight mist. When it goes on, it feels pretty rich for a face mist, and as face mists go, I generally prefer them a little heavier. But it's not super heavy either, and it has a nice dry down and a pretty timely dry down as well. So it's not like, it doesn't feel like there's just like, when you first apply it on, it's going to feel like a pretty decently rich layer of hydration on your skin. It's going to take a little bit of time to kind of sink in. It's really nice as a first step in your skincare, and then also like an in-between step, particularly with like steps prior to moisturizer. I wouldn't really bother with spraying this on after I've applied a moisturizer or sunscreen or like a night mask or a night treatment, anything like that. More so in the early stages of a skincare routine, or if I'm usually the first thing I do when I've just gotten out of the shower where I've washed my face and all that. First thing I do when I hop out of the shower, without even drying off my face is still damp, generous spritz of this, and I let that kind of do its thing, nourish my skin while I start in on other post-shower rituals, because I don't usually get to doing my face and neck skincare right away after a shower. It's like, it can be overstimulating for me. I prefer to kind of go and start working on my body care first, fresh out of a shower. So this has done a lot of good work for me. This has done wonders for me over the last year. It's been a year of loving this, going through countless bottles of this. Highly recommend. You'll see the overarching theme with the skincare products in particular is I've worked through a few of them already. Like the sunscreen I'm about to talk about. This might be a polarizing one for some of you. If you're real like Korean, this is Korean, right? Yeah, K-beauty, Korean skincare aficionados, because this is the Day Dew sunscreen from Beauty of Joseon. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce anything, I really am, because I do love this. This is my second tube of it. I went through the first tube in record time. And I'm a person who usually has a few sunscreens on hand, so if I go through one really fast, that cues me to understand, oh, I'm really enjoying that because it's like the only sunscreen I've been using recently. And I was finishing that first tube up and going like, I don't want to not have this. So this is my second tube. I'm already like 2/3 of the way through it. About that. Yes. There is a third one that I just picked up recently in preparation of running through this one. So there's a third tube. That will be my third tube of this. Obviously I enjoy it a lot. It's a really nice consistency. It just kind of it goes on like a moisturizer. I like a laid back sunscreen. I like a hydrating sunscreen. I have combo oily skin. Overall my skin's pretty neutral, but I do have an oily T-zone, although Although, I'm about to turn 29, and I have noticed over the last year my skin produces less oil than it did in my early to mid-20s, which just is what it is. So I already favored hydrating skincare products and hydrating beauty products in general. As I'm getting closer to 30, I'm preferring them more and more, so you might want to take that into consideration. If you're approaching buying this. It is a very hydrating formula. I think Dew is an accurate descriptor. It is the Day Dew sunscreen. I like that it's SPF 50. I feel like a lot of sunscreens in the same kind of, like sunscreens that are marketed as like moisturizing and good for priming for makeup, which I do think this is, by the way. A lot of them are like SPF. Someone just came home or went out. Came home. A lot of them are like SPF 30 or 35, and I'm just kind of like over it. I like that this is SPF 50. I like that extra coverage. What else? Oh, it's pretty affordable. It's $18 and available at Sephora. So that's where we get into the controversial side of it. Is obviously this is manufactured and sold in the US, so it doesn't have the same sunscreen filters that it would in Korea, where it is originally sold. I haven't tried that original formula, obviously, so I can't give you comparisons and tell you like how this one performs in relation to the original formula, because I can't get my hands on that one. Or I probably could, but it would be way more trouble than I'm really willing to put up with. So I think it's kind of nice that I get to try this one, and it's great. I don't necessarily care how it performs or how it behaves in relation to the other one, because it is so good. It actually is. It actually is so good. I enjoy it a lot. Highly recommend. A face mask. This is the one in the skincare category that's like the newest to me. I'm not a sheet mask person. Again, I get sensory overload with like stuff like that. And this is one of those ones that is like really deeply hydrating treatment mask, and you keep it on for as long as you can stand to keep it on. Like you can keep it on anywhere between 30 minutes and 3 hours. If I make it to 30 minutes with a sheet mask, that's practically unheard of for me, to be honest with you. That's a real credit toward the product, actually. This is the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Ginseng Collagen Mask. 1 bottle of serum in every mask. It's not like it's super wet. It is very hydrating though, and I like, there are like little parts you have to punch out for the eye holes and the mouth hole, and I like having those little extra patches to pop on my under eyes, or in my smile lines, or in like one patch will go in like the lines in my neck, because obviously I can't apply the mask to my neck. So it's kind of nice to also like use those little extra patches. Pro tip for you. Yeah, I was really impressed with the results of this. I was really happy with this. I repurchased one almost immediately after using that first one, because I was like, I really hate sheet masks. There are like 2 others that are like genuine sheet mask, like made out of like the papery and like almost cloth-like fibers that are like drugstore masks I really love from drugstore. Yeah, we'll say drugstore. From like Burt's Bees and Pacifica. They do pretty good sheet masks. This one is more of like it's like the rubbery textured sheet. I don't know how exactly. I definitely had a really nice glow afterwards. If you're a sheet mask person, if you're a masking person, you will like this. You should try this if you haven't already. You probably have. You probably think I'm a babe in the woods right now. I'm really not a mask person. I've always tried to be, and just kind of done them like sporadically and been like, ugh, dude, what the fuck? And even the ones that I like, I'm like, it's like a hassle to get me to sit in them for like 10 minutes, because I hate the process so much, but the effects, you know, the results speak for themselves. So I would recommend this for sure. I have 2 lip oils to talk about, and then we're going to move on from skincare. The first one I want to talk about was a part of Best in Beauty 2024. The trio of lip oil. This is so random. The trio of lip oils from the ColourPop Twilight collection, the first Twilight collection that they did. It would have been, yeah, 2024. Beginning of 2024. I really like all 3 of those. I think the colors they picked were really cool. I was really happy that the formula was not what I remembered it being. I tried the ColourPop lip oils when they first launched, however many years ago, and I just got like a clear one just because I wanted to try the formula, and it was so awful. I don't know if I got like a dud or one from an old batch, or I don't know. I don't know what was going on with that, but it smelled like fish. It was like rancid fish oil. I couldn't stand it, and I railed against that lip oil formula for ages afterward. So I purchased that trio of lip oils from the Twilight collection with some trepidation, just because I was like, oh, I really like the colors. And it was the only thing from either of the Twilight collections from them that I bought. At some point, I don't know if a reformulation happened. I figure if people were having the same experience I was, a reformulation must have happened, because no more fishy smell, none of that. But it still has the consistency, and these really do have a true lip oil consistency. They have a very slippery, like thin, watery texture, which is what a lip oil is actually supposed to be. I've talked about this before. I've bitched about this before. A lot of products that are marketed as lip oils are like lip balm oil, gloss treatment hybrids. They're just lip glosses. They're just refined lip glosses, or like liquefied balms, right? A lot of lip glosses on the market now are just liquefied lip balms. They're not lip oils. Lip oil has an oily consistency, and it's something that you treat kind of like a chapstick. Like, both the lip oils I have to talk about actually are the same consistency, that more like slippery. It's not gonna last you. It's not supposed to. It's a skincare item. But it's like something you throw in your bag that you reapply throughout the day, because yes, it is going to wear off. It's gonna wear out. It's a skincare item. Anyway, tangents aside, I went through specifically the shade Bells. I finished the first tube I had of it. I stretched it for as long as I could because I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to repurchase it, but thankfully enough, they have kept most things from that first Twilight collection in stock. Seems like you could get all 3 of the shades, I think, right now if you wanted to, and all 3 colors are very cool. I was actually really proud of them that they did like a dark blue and a sparkly black lip oil. But this deep dark red, and again, like the tints to them, with the black and the blue in particular, you would kind of use them, if anything, more like corrector shades, like to cool down your lip tone if you wanted to. And this is just a really nice, beautiful, like bitten lip kind of red, just like an ever so subtle vampy red, if you dig that vibe. I obviously do. If they ever stop selling that specific iteration of it, because they're not going to keep selling Twilight pieces anymore, I hope that they keep that shade. I hope that they add a shade like that to their permanent line. That's all I'm saying. And the other lip oil is one that you guys saw me mention. If you're here from Instagram, you would have seen me mention it on my Instagram stories a few times. Gourmand Girls, the first product I tried from Gourmand Girls. This is the watermelon sugar lip oil, specifically the watermelon sugar flavor. It's got like the ever so slight pink tint. It's basically clear. And this is a fresh tube, because I've already been through 2 of them. This will be my 3rd tube. I realized when I was sitting down to film this that I didn't actually have an opened tube of this in play. But I had 2 backups in my backup drawer, so I pulled one out and opened it up for this video. It's got like a really nice watermelon candy, but not like overpowering and not like super sweet, not too sweet at all kind of scent. I've tried 3 of their other scents / colors of this lip oil as well. I don't like a single one of them. They're something about the the scent that is in those ones versus this one, they just smell like chemicals to me. They are so, so, so unpleasant. I don't want them near me, let alone on me. This one is the one from the line that I can honestly, like, wholeheartedly recommend to you, and it's really good. When I applied this so obsessively throughout last spring and summer, because again, I kind of treat lip oil products, like true lip oils, like a chapstick or a lip balm. Could not recommend enough. Let's get into body care. I think we'll do fragrances last, but your body care is like your first step for your fragrance situation, your fragrance layering cocktail, you know? So we'll start with body care. There are a lot of shower products in this category, actually, that I didn't feel like they've been in my shower, you know? And I didn't feel like trying to make them look presentable for camera, because I'm a lazy piece of shit. So we'll get to those and we'll talk about those, but I don't actually have them here with me. They're in my shower, my bathroom area. So I will put pictures of them on the screen for you, if that works for everybody. Okay, cool. Let's start with an obvious one. The hand cream in the vanilla cashmere scent made it to 2024 Best in Beauty. But since then, I've become such a slut for cashmere vanilla from EOS in general. I say EOS. I know some people say EOS. I don't know what the correct thing is, but I've always said EOS since I was a youngin', you know, in junior high, using their lip balms, the big round lip balms, and keeping them in my front pocket and really freaking a lot of people out. Yeah, I have the body lotion. I have currently in my shower the body wash, the shave oil, and the shave butter. I'm actually almost out of the shave butter. It's so good. Oh my god, the shave butter is so good. I need to re-up on that. The shave butter is really good for areas of my skin where the hair grows in more like coarse. You feel me? And the shave oil is great for areas where my hair grows in very fine, because I do have to deal with the combination of the two. It's really fun and great. So the shave oil is not super effective for dealing with thicker hair. No. Yes. Sorry, I had it mixed up in my brain. The shave oil is not so good for dealing with thicker hair, but it's good for fine hair, and, well, the shave butter you probably could use for both. But the shave butter, they're both decently hydrating, but the shave butter in particular, it's so nice. It's so fucking nice. Oh my god. I love it so much. The body wash is kind of the weakest one in the line for me. The smell's not exactly the same. The smell of the body wash is almost, there's something about it. It's almost more like there's something about it that's like kind of a cocoa smell, like a chocolatey smell, but like a really artificial one. There's like a note in there that's not agreeing in the body wash specifically. That kind of sets it apart from all the other products to me, like the way that they hit my nose. And there is, of course, a tube of the hand cream sitting on my sink by my hand soap dispenser right now. So obviously I really like this scent. It's just like a really rich, like buttery, warm, cozy vanilla. I love it. I adore it so much. I remember this because this was trending on TikTok for a really long time. And the reason why I held off on getting it for so long, like why I was like, I'll try the hand cream first and see how I feel about it last year. And that's how the hand cream wound up in Best of Beauty 2024. I'd heard so many mixed things about it, like people just having the wackest, weirdest experiences with it. And someone said something about how, like, it smells like yogurt. And, like, I kind of get where they're coming from with that. It's got that kind of tartness to it, but not to, like, a level that is, like, I don't know. Even with that in my brain, that's not what I smell, me personally. It's just delightful. And you get this whole big thing for, what, $10? if I remember correctly. On that same note, creme de pistachio. Oh my god, this is dreamy. This is like another hit for the... Can I open you? Yes. Goodness gracious. Another hit for the gourmand lovers. But if you want something... It's got like... Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so like delectable, but it's not like a rich, super sweet gourmand like vanilla cashmere is. It's got like a toasted pistachio that is like, that's very much the forefront. That's what's going to hit you first. But there's like a calming kind of, there's like a woodsiness to it that's just so delightful. This is wonderful. I love pistachio scents and like almond scents. I love a nut, a nut note. Oh God, a nut note in my gourmands. Highly recommend if you agree with me on that. This is fucking delectable. And again, if you're like, you like gourmands but you don't want like a super sweet gourmand, then there, you know, if you like the sweet. But the thing about this one too, as I said, it had like that buttery kind of quality, and like the people said it smelled like yogurt because there is like almost that tart kind of quality to it. Obviously, this one this is like a vanilla with a little bit of just a little bit of an extra something, like a bit of a saltiness to it, but it is quite a sweet, rich vanilla. This one, not so rich, not so sweet. A couple of really interesting extra elements in the mix. Deeply enjoy, really love. I really love both those scents. If they want to come out with an entire body care line, you know, like they did with vanilla cashmere in the creme de pistachio scent, you will not see me complaining. In fact, you will see me raving incessantly about it on my Instagram story, most likely. Along the train of thought of shower products, I actually, because listen, when it comes to fragrance recommendations from me, I'm a gourmand girly. I am. I want to smell like a delicious treat. I want to smell edible, you know? I have a sweet tooth, and I like to have that reflected on me. So a lot of the time with my fragrance recommendations, it's probably going to seem like vanilla, and more vanilla. But there's some non-gourmand options here. I swear, there's something for everybody in these fragrance recommendations. So let me start that off by shouting out the Ulta Beauty body wash, specifically the Cashmere Crush scent. Delightful. I enjoy it so much. I actually have a perfume here that pairs with it really beautifully that we'll talk about in a minute here. Let me pull up the notes. Let me actually be good at this. Hang on. Let me pull up the notes for that body wash. Ulta Beauty Collection Foaming Gel Body Wash. There are a bunch of scents. Cashmere Crush is the one. I also tried the watermelon one. I didn't like it as much. I felt like it didn't foam up as much as Cashmere Crush does for whatever reason. I feel like Cashmere Crush is a more effective clean, as well as being just the loveliest smell. But there's also Coconut Coast, Daydream, it's cut off, Daydream Skies, Pistachio Pop, which I want to try. I don't think it's going to smell the way creme de pistachio smells. I don't think it's supposed to be a gourmand smell, but I still want to try it. Maybe in the spring and summer. Sunny Days, Vanilla Velour. Hello. And Watermelon Waves. That's the other one I tried. Cashmere Crush was the superstar for me. With rich notes of star jasmine and warm amber, two fragrance notes I've always really, really loved. It feels like a glam night out. Sure. Top notes of mandarin spun sugar and vanilla orchid. Mid notes of star jasmine, oak moss, and crimson blooms. Interesting. Base notes, warm amber, cedarwood, cashmere musk. So amber and cashmere and jasmine are all scent notes that I've always really appreciated in fragrances and stuff. I love a warm, cozy, comforting scent. Doesn't really matter what the accompanying notes are. You feel me? It's like a through line in all of my fragrance faves always, is that they have most of them have a really warm ambery base. They have like a close to the skin kind of feel, just a real, like it just feels like a warm hug when you're wearing it, you know? I do not have the most sophisticated nose or palette in general, so do all of these notes typically jump out to me when I'm lathering up in the shower? No. But something I will say is if you are if you generally like ambery skin scents, you will like this body wash. If you consider yourself like a Glossier You girly, you will like this body wash. And it's nice to have like a non-gourmand, obviously for me, I need options. I need a non-gourmand option. And this is a good one. I highly recommend this one. It does just have, it just has that clean, warm vibe. Clean skin, fresh out of the shower vibe, obviously, because it's a body wash, but you know what I mean. Leave me alone. Let's talk about kind of a curveball. The B5 Hydrating Body Serum from Good Molecules. This is my second bottle of it, because I finished one bottle of it. I didn't repurchase it right away because I was going back and forth about it, but I am glad I repurchased it. I like having it on hand. It's lovely. It's kind of got like a really interesting, lightweight, milky, very, very fluid texture. I like using a body serum. This isn't the only body serum that I have, but this one I particularly like. I don't want to talk about the other one because it's from a brand I don't plan on purchasing from in the future. So there's that, but that one is scented. This one's not scented, so I really like this one. I prefer to go in with an unscented body lotion after shaving, like on freshly shaved skin. I just prefer fragrance-free products, very calming, nourishing products. So this is usually my first step, hydrating freshly shaved skin. I have been liking, especially since it's been getting drier because it's winter. It's not winter yet when I'm filming this. Oh no, it's late fall heading into winter and it's getting drier and my body needs the extra help. My body skin, I'm like combo oily up here, but from the shoulders down, I'm dry as hell and I need help. I need help. So I have been liking being a little extra with my body care and doing, you know, when I'm fresh out of the shower, a layer of body serums. Because I use this one on skin that's been shaved, but I'll use the other one elsewhere where I haven't shaved because it's fragranced. And then going in with body lotions on top of that. And again, depending on whether or not I've just shaved, decides the number of products that are going on my body. Because I've been enjoying being high maintenance and I don't really want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I've been enjoying that for me personally. But yeah, this is nice. This is just like a really laid back product. If you're a person who like, you feel like you want the hydration, but you hate the feeling of like lotion on your skin, try something like this. It's really quite decently hydrating in spite of being such a thin, more serum-y consistency. I like it. A couple more body lotions to talk about, methinks. First of all, the one I have to talk about, because it was easily my most worn body lotion in spring and summer, was Saltaire's Saltwater Vanilla. I can't find it anywhere. I could have sworn it's not. So I'm worried that I might have finished it and I forgot I finished it. And I probably finished it and went like, well, I'm not going to use it again until it gets warmer outside anyway. So maybe I was waiting until spring to repurchase it. But anyway, if I have it somewhere, I can't find it. I'm assuming I don't have it. I need to repurchase at some point. It is the most divine scent. Oh my god, it's so... how does one even begin? So I kind of discovered it by accident. I didn't even realize they had body lotions. First of all, I think the body lotions must have been like a brand new release when this happened, let alone one in that heavenly scent. They like threw in a really deluxe trial size of it into an order of mine randomly. I had reordered my usual shampoo and conditioner that I always get from them. And they had just thrown in like a really decently sized tube of this body lotion as like a free gift. And I was like, okay, don't mind if I do. And it just happened to be in one of the best scents I've ever smelled. So yeah, need to repurchase asaptually. It's just like it's a soft, sweet vanilla, with like, and it's saltwater vanilla. So it does have, it's not like it's a marine beachy scent, but like, if you think of it as like saltwater vanilla in the way that you think of like saltwater taffy, this is the saltwater taffy of body lotions. It's like the most subtle kind of salty. It's perfect. It's so wonderful. Oh my god. Need. And again, because my body skin tends to get so dry if I don't take good enough care of it. The through line with a lot of my like body hydrators that I recommend is that they are on the richer side, and that one is just like a rich plush cream without being heavy or greasy. Just a really perfect consistency, honestly. Really delightful. Last body cream, I think. Yes, last body cream that I have to talk about. I don't like the smell of it so much. It's not that it smells bad. It smells fine. It's not my favorite smell of any of the ones we've talked about today, or just in general. But the consistency of it and its actual effectiveness as a body product and as a body cream, I want to mention it. I have been wearing it a lot in spite of the scent just kind of having me like, meh. It's creme vanille, whatever. Perfumed body icing cream from Le Monde Gourmand, which is one of my favorite fragrance. Would we call it a fragrance house? I guess we must. I think we simply must. The scent is just kind of like a really low-key, kind of powdery, and that's where it gets me. Powdery, subtle vanilla. It's fine. I've always wanted to try the perfume. The creme vanille perfume? Vanilla vanille perfume. But there have always been other vanillas that I found more interesting, so I never bought it. And then they came out with all these other like body products and the scent. So I was like, well, this way I can see what the scent is all about. What their in-house vanilla is all about without getting a bottle of a perfume that I'm probably not going to use as much as a body lotion. And now I know I don't need the perfume in my life. However, this body lotion as like, obviously my body moisturizer, but also this is why body creams are important. Your perfume sticks longer on the skin, lasts longer on the skin if your skin is hydrated. So you should really consider your body lotion, whatever kind you use, as like your first step in your scent layering, right? Technically it's like your body wash, right, that you use in the shower. But it's really, it's all about the body lotion when it comes to what your perfume, your fragrance is going to stick to throughout the day and how they're going to like pair and work together. This has been a really good, the two I've been using the most lately are these two. So on a day when I am going for more sweet and I really want that intensely sweet, warm, buttery kind of base, I go in with this guy. And on the days where I'm like, you know what, I kind of just want the fragrance to speak more for itself. I don't want this intense base layer coming through so much. Just kind of a soft, powdery, barely there. It really is quite subtle to me. Obviously when it comes to vanillas, I prefer something a little bit more in your face. So comparatively to like EOS Vanilla Cashmere, this is subtle to me. Some of you might smell this and go like, what is wrong with you? That's just how I feel. There is also kind of like a faint floralness to this, like a light floral situation. And I do tend to love light florals in my perfumes, and I love a blend of a vanilla with like light florals, like specifically jasmine. That's really all I need. That's really all I need in a scent. So ultimately, scent-wise, it's pretty inoffensive. I think most people will like this, but it's all about the texture for me, and with consistent use, the effects I've seen it have on my skin. My skin is just like smooth and healthy and happy with all of these. But this one just kind of really pleasantly surprised me. I wasn't really expecting her to be all that and a bag of chips, but she shut me up. She shut me up pretty good. Would recommend. Also from Le Monde Gourmand, body oil. They came out with body oils, and I didn't stand a chance. The chai, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that second word, bro. The chai scent. The perfume I've loved for a few years now, I think. I don't know exactly how long I've had that. It's taken me a while to work through it, and I am getting to the end of it, and when I finish it, I'm going to get the jumbo size, because obviously I will wear the hell out of it. Love the chai scent from Le Monde Gourmand. That was another TikTok trender, I think. That one was all over TikTok for a while. I think that's how it landed on my radar, and I'm so glad it did. It is worth the hype. Much like Vanilla EOS, Le Monde Gourmand's chai perfume, much worth the hype. And the body oil is also fantastic. I do have some issues with the pump. It can be a little hard to pump the product out without making a tremendous fucking mess. But since usually this is like my last step in my body care routine and my hands are just kind of a mess anyway, it's fine. It's not, if you're not so much a body lotion person, a body oil, depending, it's a deeply personal thing, right? If you kind of treat it like a fragrance oil and just kind of layer it in the spots where you're going to apply your fragrance, you might find this preferable, this kind of consistency. Deeply enjoy. Would highly recommend. This is the first like body oil that I've tried, and it makes me want to try more. So we'll see how that goes in the future. But that one is really fantastic. Would recommend. Is that everything for body? Yes. We are ready to move on to perfumes. Fragrance time. Okay, fun. Let's start with the first one I really, really fell in love with this year. Kind of came out of nowhere. Henry Rose has had a couple of new fragrance releases this year, actually, and the first one was Dave! All but one of the fragrances I have to talk about, by the way, is in a travel spray size. Because that's just how I do. But I do think as like a visual aid, that will actually be very useful to us. Because look at... So Henry Rose is Michelle Pfeiffer's perfume brand. Every scent I've tried from them, I've deeply enjoyed. My mom really loves them. And this scent, Dave, is named after Michelle's husband, I believe, David. So that's sweet. I got this back in February. It's delightful. Oh, it's so delightful. The citrusy notes really hit you up front with that one. It's so interesting, actually. They have a few vanilla options, and I feel like Henry Rose does vanilla scents, like, really, really beautifully. I feel like they do some really special, unique vanillas. So, if you're into that, you should check them out. Show me the scent notes! Dave, there you are. Described as a warm, spicy vanilla, I'll say. Although, honestly, spicy isn't... I don't get a lot of spicy from this. I know there's, like, spicy notes in it. But for me, it's more like creamy. Top notes. Tangerine heart? Yes. Oh my goodness. The tangerine is strong in this one. It's very citrusy. Neroli and pink pepper. Lavender, orange flower, almond blossom. Yes, yes, yes. I love an almond blossom note. An almond blossom or an apple blossom note in a fragrance. Shut the fuck up. Vanilla bean, chantilly, cocoa shell, tonka bean. The cocoa shell comes through so beautifully in this scent. I get a lot of, it's got that creamy vanilla base. But yeah, the mandarin and the cocoa shell in particular are what my nose really pick up on when I smell this, and it's just dreamy. It's just a dreamy, delicious scent. I got this in February. I got this toward the beginning of the year, and that's how much of it I've used. Absolutely delightful. Love, love, love. On that note, I feel like we have to talk about the gourmand perfume that really kind of overruled all the other gourmand perfumes this year, and obviously I've really enjoyed. This is Dead Cool Mochi Milk, my first Dead Cool scent. I have since bought a set of like all the milks because I wanted to have another Mochi Milk on hand when I do eventually finish this one. So I have a larger size of Mochi Milk now, or it's actually probably about the same amount of product, if I had to guess. Cute little bottles. And in the set there was Mochi Milk, and then also milk and extra milk, which I did smell and have been enjoying. Not necessarily my scent preference, but nice to have on hand for layering purposes. So that's really cool. Something to bear in mind too is Mochi Milk is very different from original recipe milk or extra milk. Those are not gourmand scents. This is a gourmand scent. Key notes of marshmallow, vanilla bean, and sweet rice milk. This is like sweet on sweet on sweet. I would say that's very accurate. So if you do not like sweet scents, if you're not generally a gourmand person, you won't like this, but particularly if you don't like a really, really sweet gourmand, you will not like this. you will be upset with yourself if you buy this. Don't blind buy any of these. By the way, if you see any of these in a store and you're curious about them, please smell them before you go in on a bottle or even a travel spray of them. I blind buy because I'm crazy. Don't do that. Features peach nectar and pillowy marshmallow whipped with sweetened rice milk. The peach nectar is interesting. I know when people were smelling this, they were saying it smelled exactly like a strawberry mochi or like a strawberry candy. It is very strawberry. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's about the way the peach nectar is mingling with the powdery marshmallow and the sticky sweet rice milk situation. If that's what's happening. It's like a delicious fruity note up front. Beautifully balanced, sweet, sticky fruit with vanilla creamy dessert. Absolutely delectable. Sandalwood, amber, and white musk add depth. Yes, so see, again, amber. Ambers and musks. A must-have in perfumes, if you ask me. If you're watching this, you kind of are asking me. So there you go. This scent feels like sleeping on a cloud and smells like sweet nothings. Cute. That's all fine. I obviously absolutely love. When did I buy this one? Out of curiosity. Me checking on this is going to be important in a moment in relation to another scent I'm going to talk about in a little bit here. It was in early April 2025. This is how much I've used. And obviously it was important to me to keep having it because I do have a backup of it in a different format. Not a trial spray, but like a little bottle. So that's exciting. In the case of each of these, I haven't been reaching for them too much recently because of the oranginess, the tangerine of it all feels more like a summery vanilla for me. It's also good for like Christmas time. So I might dip into it a little bit this month. But I feel like this will start getting more love from me as we head toward spring. This one, oh my god. This one, because of that really, really fruity note. I'm absolute chaos in this video. I'm so sorry. I haven't sat down to film in a long time. it feels more spring and summer to me. So I haven't been reaching for it since we entered fall, really. But I feel like it's a really good mix of notes for late winter as well. Like, if we're in like January and like Valentine's season, this perfume in February is gonna hit so hard. So I'm really excited about that. So bear those in mind. We have another vanilla to talk about later down the line, but bear those in mind for now. Oh my god, this is almost empty. I didn't even realize that. Wow, I like this perfume more than I thought I did. This is in fact Glossier U Fleur. Fleur? Yes, this is Fleur. It must be. Am I remembering wrong? Actually, is this Fleur? Wow, I did not. It's literally, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. It's just about empty. That's crazy. I did not realize I used that much. That's fucking crazy. And for reference on that, I do have a full-size bottle of Glossier U that I have had for years, and I'm probably nowhere near finishing because I never reach for it. I am not so much a fan of the Glossier U. Glossier U Fleur, indeed, it is Fleur. However, enjoy. It's funny because when this dropped, people were saying that it was pretty similar to Glossier U. And you know, I'm like, yeah, it's similar enough that to own both of them does feel kind of silly, but I do clearly enjoy this one so much more. Where Glossier U has that really, it's warm in the way that like a steamy shower is warm. It's very much that fresh, clean skin vibe once again, but there's a peppery ripple all throughout it, right? There's like a spiciness to it. Fleur, not so much. Fleur is more like smooth, creamy, warm in a solar way. Like you're walking through a flowery field on a day when the weather is just damn perfect. And instead of that peppery, that invigorating pepperiness, it's like there's like a smooth, mellow, salty skin kind of vibe. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's look at the notes. Described as fresh florals. Key notes of ylang ylang, apricot skin, ambrox. Yes. Again, we're gonna hit on some similar notes here. Glossier U Fleur is an airy and luminous floral blended perfume. This fresh scent opens with a salty mineral salt accord, thank you, leading into a heart of velvety apricot skin and an exquisite blend of new blooms, fuzzy osmanthus and creamy ylang ylang. Lang. God damn it, I didn't have a fucking hope in hell for this video. Accented by woody cashmere, hello, all balanced by a warm, musky base driven by ambrox. So that's like a key thing with all Glossier U scents is that ambery base, right? This still very much has that Glossier signature base. And it is just a delightful, like, perfect skin scent. I'm not so much of a skin scent person, but the ones I like, I really, really like. And this, apparently, I cannot get over that. Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't realize that. That's crazy. I guess I see a full size of this in my future at some point. Another one I definitely see a full size of in my future, and this is the last vanilla perfume we have to talk about. Technically, no, but this is the last favorite vanilla perfume of the year that we have to talk about. Noise, unmute. I have to pull it up. So look at how much I've used. And think of that in relation to the other perfumes I just showed you. I didn't look up specifically when I got the Glossier scent, but it would have been late spring, early summer, or sometime in the spring. I've had this for at least half of a year and almost finished it, right? And both of these I've had for a good long time, since the earlier part of the year. And they're still, and part of that too is that I was stretching them because I don't want to run through them. But just think about that, and then look at this and think about this. Okay? Okay. October 11th. October 11th. I've had this in my house, on my person, for 2 months and 1 week, right? What's today's date? The 19th. And I cannot begin. I've been so obsessed with, this is, oh my god. This takes perfume of the year. Much love to Glossier Fleur, because obviously I liked it more than I appreciated it more than I even initially thought I did. Did not realize I was almost out of that. I cannot stop wearing this fucking perfume. I have been so obsessed with this. Oh my god. If I could bathe in it, I would. It is actually insane how much I love it. Ah, addictive. I cannot stop smelling it. Let me look at the notes. Maybe you will be as obsessed with it as I am. This is also, there was actually another Noise perfume I got in the same order, and it will be an honorable mention in a moment. It's also a vanilla. But this is like this has been like the one, okay, for fall and winter. Obsessed. Sweet and Dangerous on repeat. Vanilla upgraded. Made to be, we're really feeling ourselves. Made to be craved with notes of juicy black plum and spicy Spanish cyst. With confidence. Get loud, be bold, be you. Unmute by Noise. Details. Blah, 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 blah. Amber, woody, vanilla. Top notes of Indonesian cassia, black plum, clary sage, Ceylon cinnamon, and pistachio. Middle notes of cashmere woods, Spanish sista, and Somalian incense. Base of Madagascar vanilla and crisp amber. And crisp is right. It is so... Crisp is such a good word for it. It's a perfect blend of crisp, spicy, sexy, and then like a creamy, warm amber gourmand vanilla. If you like the warm, kind of toasty... Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. I know I've shouted this out on my Instagram story, but the Saltaire saltwater vanilla body lotion I talked about earlier, and Dead Cool Mochi Milk, if you have them, use them together. You're welcome. Anyway, if you like that really warm, sweet vanilla, but you feel like something like Mochi Milk is like too sweet, and you want to look for something with like a similar signature, you might want to check out the vanillas from Noise, because this one and Only Human, which is the other travel spray I picked up from them in the same order, I just haven't gotten to know that scent as well as this one just yet. It's kind of more of a smooth, cool, mellow vanilla. Really lovely. I've just been so obsessed with Unmute. This has like a, if you like a pink peppery scent, obviously pink pepper is not one of the notes in here. I would have assumed it was, just if I was going in blind and smelling it. There's a real peppery spiciness up front. Something about the way that the spices are mingling and something about the juxtaposition of the spiciness against this like warm creamy vanilla base, and that like warm, it's so perfect. It's a perfect scent. If you're a vanilla lover, highly recommend. Dear goodness gracious, do I just enjoy it so deeply. I do absolutely see a full size of this in my future. In fact, there's one sitting in my Ulta Beauty cart right now. I don't think I can ever be without this for as long as I live. Thank you, Noise, for creating something so excellent. Perfect perfume. My perfume of my number one perfume of 2025. My number one pick for vanilla perfumes in general right now, but just my perfume pick of the year is Noise Unmute. Unequivocally, without a doubt, the winner in my eyes. Love you, baby. Deeply enjoy, highly recommend. One more honorable mention, and then we're done. This is another one from Le Monde Gourmand, and you can see it's like barely touched. I got it right toward the end of summer, and this really is like such a summery scent. This is Le Beach from Le Monde Gourmand. I just wanted to shout it out. There's something about it. It reminds me of this perfume that I had in like junior high, high school. In high school in particular, I wore it a lot. And this feels like a refined version of that. Very solar, very light floral, and like, it's really delightful. There are notes, let me actually, it should be on Ulta Beauty. I should be able to pull up the notes right here. Sorry, give me 1 second. Sun-kissed, solar, luxe, floral. Top notes of bergamot, EO with an asterisk. I don't know what that means. Coconut water, ylang ylang, jasmine absolute. I know what I like. Vanilla bean absolute, skin musk amber. Obviously. Yeah, is that necessarily any of what you pick? I feel like this perfume's more of a vibe than like, you know, and how do you describe a vibe? Yeah, exactly. It is very much like, it's a good pick for like a beach day, or if you just want that beachy vibe without wearing like a really beachy, overtly beachy scent, like something like something that's giving like sunscreen and salt water and like marine notes and like watery notes of the marine layer, if you will, which is all well and good. It's great for, but that's like a very specific vibe, and it's not typically what I'm trying to channel. So that's not what I look for in scents. So it's like nice to have like something I would consider a beachy scent that doesn't really touch any of that. And I didn't get to use it a lot because I got it right at the end of summer, and to my shame, I am a seasonal wearer. I'm sorry. It's about the vibe, man. I will wear this a lot. I can tell. I will wear this a lot. Again, it's got that smooth, creamy situation going. It is kind of like the perfect culmination of all the various things I like about each of these individual scents. Like a lot of the same notes that I just generally gravitate toward, but blended together in such a simplistic, comforting, laid back way. And again, very like warm, floral, not overwhelming, just, and like there's a sweetness to it, but even though there's like the vanilla notes in there, right? It's not like it's a gourmand sweetness. It's just sweet in the way that flowers can be sweet. I would actually say the same thing about Fleur, by the way. It's not like it's a sweet scent. It's not a sweet scent, but compared to like original recipe Glossier You, I would call this sweet. But in the way that florals can be sweet. Not in like a things are rolling around cakey candy sweet, but just like, yeah, no, so pleasant. And again, I wish I knew actually what perfume that was that I'm thinking about that I wore in high school. It was legitimately terrible. Oh my god, it was so sharp and like, oh, I would overspray it. Oh, I would overspray the hell out. It was so overwhelming and fucking gross. And I think that's what I just went through such a phase with that scent that I don't remember what it was, where it came from. No idea. I would have just picked it up in like a fucking whatever random store I was buying, getting school clothes at. I don't even know. And it was so awful. And there are notes in this. There's something about this that reminds me of that, but like a refined, grown up, much more mellow, much more pleasant version of it. It's reminding me of that. It's got a nostalgia factor working for it too. And that's why it's an honorable mention, is because even though I didn't get to use it a lot, I used it enough to go like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this. And I can tell when we start getting to the warmer months, I'm gonna wear it a lot. They've got something working for them. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that they can kind of channel the creature comforts of life into their scents. I think obviously that's their whole bag, right? But anyway, honorable mention for you. And that does it. I thought this video was going to be short. It's probably not going to be short. I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed, and now this frees me up to get part 2 filmed pretty much right away. Now that I have less to talk about in that video, that feels a lot more approachable to me. So hopefully you're okay with things being a little split up. That does it for this video. Hopefully you are glad that now you know pretty much what I smelled like all year. This is what my 2025 smelled like. How wonderful. Be sure to stop rolling around. Oh my god. The struggles with travel sprays. Keep your eyes out for part 2. It should be coming soon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to watch and hang out with me. It was super cool of you, and I hope you had fun. If you tried any of these, let me know what you think about them. If you are going to try any of them, again, don't blind buy fragrances. Don't be crazy like I am. And if you don't think any of these skincare products are going to work for you, obviously don't buy them, but everything's going to be linked down below if you feel so inclined to check them out. Any link with a little asterisk next to it is a commission link. That means I make an itty bitty teeny tiny commission off your purchase if you shop through that link. They're not mandatory to use. It's not going to hurt my feelings if you don't use them. They're just there if you want them, but you deserve to know where your money's going, and you have to be comfortable with that. So, everything that's on my face will also be linked down below. Again, be sure to tune in for part 2 of Best in Beauty 2025, where we talk strictly makeup. I'm very excited to get that done and get that up for you guys, so hopefully you're excited about it too. If you haven't already liked this video or subscribed, consider doing one or both. Both are not mandatory, but highly appreciated, and we do have fun here, I think. So, just consider it. Whatever the case, thank you so much for being here today. Be kind to others, be good to yourselves, and vice versa. And I'll see you back here for the next one very, very soon. Bye. Will I most likely regret having my hair up in this video? Abso-fucking-lutely. But this is just what we're working with today. So it really feels like it's like... I don't know how to explain it, I guess. It comes in like 2 parts. So you have a top part and then bottom part. Why am I focusing on that? My brother just got back from Christmas shopping for me. Adorable. I really hate this top, by the way. Ulta Beauty Collection. Making sure I'm still recording. Cactus flower extract for the softest. When I'm doing Puka voice, he says soft like soft, like without the T. He goes like, oh, it's so soft. Like, so sometimes I forget to say the T because I'm used to doing that. Cactus flower extract for the softest. I'm having a hard time saying that word. Let me actually just not. Let me move on. Where are you, Dave? Yeah, so it's named after Michelle Pfeiffer. Her brand is Henry Rose. The scent. So Henry Rose. What the fuck is going on with my brain? It's not giving me scent notes. Give me the scent notes. You bastards.